How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Duncan, the tier 8 British alternate battleship line, or I guess battle cruiser for you nerds. But yeah, Duncan isn't a ship that I typically play that often. I guess in general, tier 8 I don't really play. And yeah, so I guess this is the first time I'm taking it out ever since I guess it was released, because I don't think I've played it since then. I think when I last looked I had like 10 battles in it, so definitely not a whole lot. But yeah, in this one we have the middle spawn and we are pushing to the left side. There's no destroyers in this match, um, but for some reason these two battleships think abandoning the flank is what they need to do, because I don't know, maybe they're trying to go to the side that has our CV because they think there's going to be more spotting. But unfortunately for them, CVs don't spot anymore. So now they're just abandoning a flank, leaving it to a Duncan and a Cleveland. Cleveland trying to do his best to use his detection to get to the island and cap, which is commendable. And hopefully he is actually able to do so. But yeah, so we'll have the Repub and Veneto abandoning C, going all the way to A with the rest of our team. The only way we possibly win this is if all of those ships actually push and get something done. If they don't, I mean, this is going to be a quick loss. And considering that they're going to have 7 of our 9 ships on one side, if they don't, then yeah, that'll be a real tragedy. But yeah, Cleveland capping the base, halfway done. Some of the ships are getting spotted, and there is a Siegfried kind of far away. Duncan does have short fuse AP, so I'm not expecting any citadels or anything, but hopefully the AP pen is enough that we can chunk him decently. And we do get 11k, not the most, but also it's, I guess, decent for, I guess, a British ship in my opinion. But yeah, switch to HE because, well, Duncan's fire chance is, I think it's 47% as my phone goes off. But 47%, that's 1% less than a conch. So I'm expecting some pretty good fire chance in this match. And we do in fact get a fire with that salvo, as well as in capping 2 modules. I'm assuming those were his torp tubes on both sides. So I'm not sure if they were destroyed or not. But unfortunately, now their enemy carrier is actually coming to drop on this flank, which is not very good. If he was on the other side, maybe we would have had a better chance. But now that he's coming this way, it's not good. I mean, we're, I guess, technically not in an AA bubble, so we're the easier targets to pick off. And ideally, the Cleveland would stop shooting, go unspotted, and turn away to start kiting, and possibly finding a better island to farm from than the ones that the enemies are right next to. But unfortunately, he kind of pushed in way too far for not having much support. And now he's getting focused not only by the carrier, but also the rest of their enemy push. Nebraska, Siegfried, carrier, and I'm pretty sure there was one more ship here. Don't remember what it was. Maybe not. But yeah, so oh, also Musashi's here. So 4 ships. 3 surface ships and the CV on this flank, and we have 7 on the other. So they do have a numerical advantage, but numbers don't really mean anything in Legends. It depends on how well you can actually work with your team and see if you can get anything done. But currently, looking at the map, our team is basically just sitting at the island in A. They are contesting, but there's not a whole lot that they can shoot at. If they were possibly in a better position, they could technically crossfire all of these ships that's pushing in. Siegfried turned back around after kiting. I mean, if they were actually shooting this flank, then they would help us, and then we could go and help them, but they're in no position to do so. Musashi, on a triple fire, basically lost all of his HP, but so did our Cleveland. I think he kept shooting instead of going unspotted, which does end up getting him killed here shortly. We also lost another ship on the other flank where they had all of the help. And yeah, it's not looking very good. CV did come back to help us on this side, which is nice, I guess. But I don't think he's been dropping fighters at all. And I guess now it's just their CV's free to just come and drop me. And it's also a Parseval. Parseval can easily Citadel a Duncan. So I need to try my best to not get Citadeled, which is going to be hard because I do need to angle, especially to the Musashi that's still in the back and very much alive. Siegfried though, we are getting some decent hits in, not best. Also, fire chance not that great for 47%. It's kind of hoping to get Siegfried on a lot more fires. But yeah, now that we are basically the only surface ship here to fight the enemy, we can't do anything except kite and try to slow them down. But I guess as a lesson for some of you, you don't need to run away completely. You just need to slow them down as much as you can so your team can get something done on the other flank and not have to have these additional ships, I guess, help them. But yeah, I pinged the enemy flank because for the past 5 minutes they've all been sitting behind that one island and they still haven't moved. So if I'm here by myself against all of these ships, I'm not going to really be able to delay them that long. So I need them to push in and actually get something done. We're getting some good fire chance on this Nebraska. I'm sure he's using an accuracy commander. But for some reason, this Siegfried has been able to dodge all of my fires, which is really unfortunate because I kind of need them all to burn down. But also, shooting HE, we're getting rid of modules. We get rid of his torp tube. And also, getting rid of some AA so our carrier can actually help us a little more. But yeah, now that we're getting focused, it's a lot of pressure. Another ship from the other flank, I think it was Rochester. Yeah, Rochester is also helping fight me. And yeah, so all of these ships that our team hasn't dealt with yet is basically now going to be a problem for me and not them. They've all been sitting there for such a long time. It's kind of tragic, really. Siegfried, though, I kind of wish I had AP loaded. He keeps turning broadside. But my one rear turret gets rid of his last torp tube. And I wish I was paying attention to this at the time because I wasn't. And, well, it'll cause issues later. But we'll get there when we get there. Nebraska on fire. Getting farmed by our HE. Nebraska is the only thing that we've been really setting on fire. He's still trying to drop. Parseval is still chasing me because, well, I'm the only thing not really in an AA bubble. And then he can just recall his planes after he drops and not really have to deal with the carrier's AA. Unfortunately, though, torpedo hits my stern and causes a flood, so I have to use that damage con. And in the process, well, Parseval planes are really quick and he's going to come back very soon. So I'm kind of hoping to get rid of this Nebraska. Nebraska has been shooting HE quite a bit. I don't know if he quite understands that these hybrids aren't for setting a bunch of fires and floods. It's still very much just shoot your normal AP and like play like a battleship. The airstrikes are just for additional show, I guess. And yeah, he could have probably been doing a lot more damage if he shot AP and actually hit my bow or stern. But HE setting fires and dot damage, I mean, is all healable. And Duncan does have a super heal, so we can heal a lot of that back. But yeah, Parseval's back with another full squad of torp planes. I've basically just been running at this point because I keep getting focused by like everything. And yeah, I mean, I've already gone through most of my consumables. I don't have any DFAs anymore. I tried to eat the torp on the belt, hoping to not get a flood. But even on the belt, Duncan gets flooded. I'm not sure what the torpedo protection is. But generally, if you eat torps on the belt, it's a higher chance to not flood. At least with carrier torps. But yeah, unfortunately, we still flood. And it's still the minute 15 duration flood, or is it minute 20? I think it's a minute and 20 seconds. And yeah, so we have one heal left, and yeah, other flank still has nothing done yet. They've lost many more ships than they've killed, and yeah, it's not looking good. I think it's gonna be a loss at this point. Our only hope is to basically kill everything, because they've also had all 3 caps for the entire match. And yeah, I mean, chances of finding a CV and then also having to deal with the other flank is not very good. Rochester, though, sailing flat broadside. Duncan accuracy, kind of tragic. Very much a kiting HE spammer with last-ditch effort torpedoes. But yeah, I mean, I'm even using I don't even know what his name is, the hybrid guy, or the guy that was specific for these battle cruisers. He does give 7% dispersion for his skill, and I'm also using aiming systems with more accuracy skills as inspirations. But the fact that this Rochester has been allowed to just sail flat broadside and not get citadeled is kind of a problem. And then also, I mean, our only chance at winning is to finish off that Siegfried and the carrier, if we can find him. But Rochester still survives again. No sits. I don't know. It might just be Duncan. Although, I'm not sure if I was in any other tier 8 battleship, I would still be alive, considering the super heals and basically this thing having DFA and pretty good survivability. But yeah, definitely not looking good, even though they only have 3 ships left. A lot of our ships are so far out of position, specifically our last battleship remaining on the other side, the Veneto. Repub does end up dying, but Veneto is so far. I'm not sure why he went all the way to the corner, but yeah, he's full HP, by the way. And yeah, so the only thing left on their flank is the Provincian. We actually find their Parseval. He's reversing in for some reason. I'm not really sure why. We are using AP because we can overmatch, and we're getting some decent damage, not the best. But yeah, at this point it might just be best to try and DPM him as much as we can. I do make a mistake here. I popped my heal a little too early. Just in case there was additional damage we could have possibly healed after eating the torpedoes. But yeah, unfortunately our heal is actually going to run out before the torps hit. Wait, well, does it? No, it doesn't. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we actually use our heal decently. But yeah, this is all the HP we have remaining. Siegfried actually does turn around and is charging at me. But remember when I said I wish I noticed that I destroyed both of the torp tubes? Yeah, I didn't actually notice it. I only noticed it after the fact, rewatching this back. So yeah, unfortunately I decided to turn away instead of keep charging in to fight that Siegfried. But also, I mean, there is still the risk that Siegfried also overmatches Duncan's bow. And since it does overmatch Duncan's bow, I mean, there's the big risk of being citadeled and then also being killed off in that way. And yeah, I mean, could have pushed in and probably should have. We do finish off Siegfried and we do try to start turning in, but there's not a whole lot of time left. Friendly carrier does finish off the Parseval, so now it's just up to our full HP Veneto to get something done. He just needs to charge at the Provincian and Death Strike him, and that's really all he can do. Maybe our carrier can get in a strike, but most likely not. But yeah, our Veneto was so far out of position, I guess he's not really going to have a chance to get him. Provincian does get spotted. Not sure if it's by the carrier or if it's actually by Veneto. But yeah, the only way we win is if the Provincian dies. And, well, we don't have a whole lot of time left. Veneto didn't get it done. And unfortunately, we end up with a loss. We We did our best holding our flank, which, I mean, a 2k loss, holding the flank, no caps. Yeah. Friendlies really didn't get anything done on the other side, unfortunately, even though they had 7 ships to start with. Yeah, kind of tragic. They abandoned the flank, went to the other side, and didn't get anything done. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We did our job. We slowed down the enemy without fully abandoning. And that's all you really could ask for. If I was in any other battleship, I may have pushed in, but also would have been focused by Parsifal a little more. But yeah, unfortunate. Came back to play Duncan and had to be a loss. But yeah, we're using I still don't know what his name is. We have the guys on him, but yeah, it was the battle cruiser guy. All the skills, even the one that gave us better reload as we lost HP, which was kind of useful in this one considering how low we got. But yeah, unfortunately ended up in a loss. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more, and share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below on other ships you want to see in the future. But till next time, aloha.